Okay guys, Panzer J back in Operation No Time to Die. We're up to turn 11, July 41, so 11.1 for Germany. So let's get into our tech rolls. We got 5 of those. So we're going to shoot for heavy armor, which is an 8 or higher, and I don't have it yet. Jet fighters 8 or higher, which is at stage 1. Radar and wartime economy, each 7s, and they're at stage 3. And then improved factories at stage 2, which is a 7 or higher. So let's go ahead with heavy armor first at an 8 or higher. And we got a 12, so we got that. Jet fighters 8 or higher. We got a 9, so we hit that. Radar 7 or higher. We got a 4, so we missed that. Wartime economy 7 or higher. We got an 11, so we hit that. That's 3 of 4. And improved factories 7 or higher. And we got a 2, so not too bad. 3 out of 5, including the most important one, wartime economy. So heavy armor's on the board. Jet fighters moved up 1. And wartime economy, we finished that off. So not too bad. That's the 4th tech Germany's finished off. So not too bad overall. Okay, so now on to purchases. We lost some money thanks to the Allied convoying. So we only had $58 and we're spending the full 58. So we're buying 5 advanced artillery for 20. And I just got out the 2 different sculpts. This one over here on the left is the 105 millimeter, and that's what I'm using just for regular artillery. And this is the 210 millimeter, which I'm going to use for the advanced artillery. So that's 20. 2 paratroopers for 6, that's 26. 2 fighters for 20, that's 46. And 4 cavalry for 12, that's 58. And then our free infantry for Berlin from the Spanish Civil War. So that is our full 58. As far as attacks, we have 4 attacks this turn. So we are going to send over here in France. We are going to take our 2 light armor in Western Germany and come down 1-2 to Alsace-Lorraine. And with those 2 light armor, we're going to send 2 of our fighters from West Germany, and they go 1-2 as well. Okay, so they're attacking that British airborne. And then in Normandy, we're going to send, I guess we'll go ahead and send 1 self-propelled artillery, the fighter from Paris, and then the other fighter from West Germany goes 1, 2, 3. So those are the 2 attacks in Europe. And then the other 2 attacks involve Turkey. So Germany is declaring war on Turkey this turn. So into Istanbul from Bulgaria. Istanbul has 4 infantry right now. And we're moving in with these 8 infantry from Bulgaria, the 2 artillery from Bulgaria, the 4 cavalry from Romania, 1 Bulgaria, 2 Istanbul. And again, cavalry does not suffer movement penalties in mountains. And we're also going to send a medium bomber and a fighter from Romania to Istanbul. And then we're also attacking Anatolia, which has 2 infantry, an artillery, and a cavalry. And our 7 air transports are going to go 1, 2, 3, land our 7 paratroopers, and the 2 remaining fighters from Romania and the tactical from Romania all fly over. The 4 infantry and the 1 motorized stay where they're at. So those are going to be our 4 combat moves this turn. So let's go ahead with the battle in Alsace-Lorraine first. So we've got 2 light armor and 2 fighters. So the 2 fighters are 6s. And we got a 4 and a 12, so we hit the airborne. And the airborne in return gets a 6, so he misses. So the British airborne is no more. Alsace-Lorraine is back to German, so that's up $3 for Germany. So they are back up to 49, and the British are down to 28. Then over here in Normandy, we have a self-propelled artillery, which has first strike at a 3, and a 9 misses. Then we got our 2 fighters at 6, and we got a 2 and 11, so we got a hit. So the infantry in return at a 4 gets a 2, so I am going to lose the self-propelled artillery, so I do not take Normandy back, so that stays British. So that was a costly battle. Then we are going into Istanbul. So it's a city and it is mountain. So Turkey has 4 infantry there. So those 4 infantry are going to be defending at 5s. I have 8 infantry going in. They would normally be 2s, but they're 1s because of the mountain. The cavalry would normally be 3s, they're 2s. The artillery would normally be 3s, they're 2s, and then a fighter and a medium bomber. So I have 2 artillery at first strike 2s. Okay. And we got a 1 and a 9. So 1 of the Turkish infantry are dead. That leaves them 3. And then we have 4 cavalry at 2. So let me get a couple more dice. So 4 cavalry at 2s. And we got a 2, 4, 9, and 11. So 1 more hit. So take another infantry, but he gets to return fire. Then we had 8 infantry going in. 6 of the 8 are going to be 1s, and the other 2 get boosted from the artillery, so they will be 2s. So let's go ahead and roll the 6 1s first. And we got no hits. And then we get 2 2s. And no hits there. And then finally we have a fighter at a 6. Misses. And a medium bomber at a 7. Hits. So they are down to 1 infantry. But they have 3 that fire back at 5. And they got an 8, 2, and a 12. So 1 hit. So I am going to lose an infantry. And we're on to round 2. And there's left with a single infantry. So let's go ahead and try to end it with our medium bomber at a 7. A 12 misses. A fighter at a 6. Hits with a 4. So that's the last Turkish infantry. He returns fire at a 5 and gets a 5. So I lose another infantry. So Istanbul falls. That's worth $2 to Germany. Okay, so let's go ahead and mark that. Germany up 2 more to 51. And then we are on to the battle for Anatolia. And we have 7 paratroopers, a tactical, and 2 fighters against 2 infantry, a cavalry, and an artillery. So there's no city, but there is mountain. So my ground units are -1, and he does have an artillery first strike at a 3. So let's go ahead and roll his artillery first strike. A 2. Of course he hits. So I'm going to lose 1 of my paratroopers. Okay, so that leaves 6 paratroopers, 2 fighters, and a tactical. So let's do the tactical at a 7. A 3 hits, target select. So I am going to choose an infantry. 2 fighters at 6. Both miss. And then 6 paratroopers that are left would normally be 3s, but because of mountains, there are 2s on the first round. So 6 2s. And holy cow, we got 3 2s. So that's altogether 4 hits, 1 from the tactical and 3 from the paratroopers. So that's all 4 of their units. the artillery's already fired, so they have 2 infantry and a cavalry left. So let's go ahead and roll the cavalry first at a 2, misses at a 9, and then 2 infantry at 4s, and a 10 and a 6. They both miss. So Anatolia falls, and that is worth $1 to Germany. So that's taken with the 6 paratroopers. So let's go ahead and move Germany up another $1. So they're up to 52. And that should do it for combat. So, and then the British, now that I have attacked Turkey, they have 1 territory left that's not worth anything but has a militia, so that'll be British. And then they have a destroyer as well in Sea Zone 52 that will now become British. So on to non-combat. So let's see. The 2 fighters from the Battle of Normandy fly back to Paris. 1 of the 2 fighters from the Battle in Alsace-Lorraine flies to Paris. So that's 3 fighters altogether there. The other fighter flies back to West Germany. For strategic rail movement, we're going to move 4 infantry in East Prussia to Paris. I'll make this look a little neater here in a few minutes. Let's see what else. The 3 tank destroyers in Bohemia move up 1 to East Prussia. The infantry in Berlin that's off on the card moves up 1 to West Germany. The planes that took part in the battle for Turkey, a medium bomber flies back to Romania, a tactical bomber flies back to Romania, 3 total fighters, and 7 air transports all fly back to Romania. And then finally, over in the Pacific, we're going to move our 2 subs. So these 2 subs, one of them in Sea Zone 134 goes 1, 2, 3 down to 145, and the other one goes 1, 2 over 2, Sea Zone 144. And that should be it for Germany non-combat. So on to unit placement. We are going to place, obviously, our free infantry goes to Berlin, and that's on the card over here. We are going to place our 5 advanced artillery in East Germany. We are going to place our 2 fighters both in West Germany. We're going to place one of our 2 paratroopers in West Germany. The other one is going to be placed in Romania. And then our 4 cavalry are all being placed in Bavaria. So that should be it for German unit placement. So as far as a little recap, in West Germany, we've got a paratrooper, 4 infantry, 4 marines, and 3 fighters. In Alsace-Lorraine, 2 light armor. In Paris, 5 medium armor, 5 self-propelled artillery, 4 infantry, and 3 fighters. Bavaria, 4 cavalry. Berlin, anti-aircraft, an infantry, and 5 advanced mechs. East Germany, 10 advanced mechs, 5 advanced artillery, 3 tank destroyers. Warsaw, 4 infantry and a militia. Yugoslavia, 2 infantry. Romania, 7 air transports, 3 fighters, 1 tactical, 1 medium bomber, 4 infantry, 1 paratrooper, 1 motorized infantry. In Istanbul, 6 infantry, 4 cavalry, 2 artillery. And in Anatolia, 6 paratroopers. So that should be it for Germany. As far as income, they are up to $52. They didn't save any. They have 6 worth of bonuses, 3 for Sweden, 3 for Romania. So that's 58. And then 5 for Molotov Ribbentrop pack. That's up to 63. So Germany will have $63 to spend on turn number 12. Okay, guys, Panzer J back. I had to do a quick addition to my last video. So I forgot a couple of things. As usual, I forgot the recruitment role for both Vichy and Finland, and I forgot my wartime economy role now that I completed that tech this turn. So first, let's do wartime economy. So 2 6-sided die. We get a 3. So it was almost not even worth it. So $3 additional for Germany. So they were at 63. They'll be at 66. And then for my recruitment roles, first for Vichy, 2 or less, we got a 1. So we are going to choose to add an infantry to southern France. And then Finland, 2 or less, a 7 misses. So just to finish off Germany turn 11.1, they have $3 additional from wartime economy for a total of 66. And now Vichy, you add another infantry, so they will be up to 5 infantry, 2 fighters, and an artillery in southern France. Now things switch to the Comintern and Knights Templar.